Real quick one, if you're watching this on release, we are live right now on twitch.tv/cloudplays_YT. Link in the description. Come and join us with some first Descendant. Okay then guys, we're inside of the first Descendant, and there's a lot going on as a new interview has surfaced with Mr. Lee Bai-jun and the director of Nexon Games, and this is a massive one, as they're going to be talking about the first Descendant in so many degrees that we haven't spoke of before, including all new locations and characters. We have the featured annual and regular events such as Halloween and Valentine's Day, stuff like that we're going to go over, and they have got some robust endgame structures and stuff that's going to be added in later. This one's absolutely amazing, so make sure you stay tuned to it. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscriber post notifications turned on. It would be greatly appreciated. On top of that, we are doing a giveaway here on the channel, so if you guys want to get involved with it, we are going to be giving away 1060 first Descendant caliber. We know that you guys want your skins, and we want to try and help out where possible, so head down to the comment section, stick a lightning bolt or electric bolt, whatever you want to call it, in the comment section for Bunny, and it'll enter you in. We'll announce the winner this weekend on the community page here on the channel, and also on the giveaway announcement sector of the Discord, so make sure you stay tuned to it. Loads of things going on in the first Descendant, so let's dive on into it. Starting off, let's take a look at the questions happening inside of this article, starting with, do you intend to add locations and player characters as the game evolves? Now, the director states, as we have already revealed in our roadmap, we plan to release new player characters every season. In the pre-season, the ultimate version of Bunny and Luna, a normal Descendant who led battles using music, will be added. How that works, we'll have to wait and see, but we are also adding new locations, but for now we're focusing on expanding content around the dungeons. We believe that the updates should lead to new experiences. Simply increasing the number of fields would result in repetitive experiences, so we are preparing dungeons and new mechanics, traps and challenges to enjoy cooperative play. This is huge because obviously the roadmap people were a little bit skeptical on, but Luna is definitely going to be coming into the midst. We're going to dive into that roadmap a little bit more at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned to that one, because we've got an exact time period of when you're going to be receiving certain things. Next question that they asked though was, will the first Descendant feature annual or regular events such as Halloween or Valentine's Day, for example? And the director states that currently we are focusing more on strengthening the core of the game rather than on events. If we do hold regular events, we would prefer to prepare events that fit the atmosphere of the game rather than events like Valentine's Day or Halloween. So it's highly unlikely that we'll experience those sort of annual seasonal events like a lot of other games do. Destiny's quite a big one for it. We obviously have Festival of the Lost during the Halloween period. We obviously have the Christmas period events, which a lot of games do as well, but unfortunately the first Descendant won't be doing that. But it doesn't mean that they won't be holding events as an overall. They want ones that are more into the atmosphere of the first Descendant, so we could see certain events revolving around certain bosses or certain seasonal events inside of the game, certain activities that may happen inside of the game, and days to remember. This could be insane, and I think this is some of my favorite pieces of content when it comes to looter shooters, because it's just something so memorable. So hopefully they do incorporate that in the future. We'll have to wait and see. But the final one that we had into this piece was this one right here, which states, will TFD launch with a robust endgame structure, or is that something that will be added later? Now, this is something we've had a lot to talk about with regards to the endgame structure so far, but the director states, we released Dev Talk 2 recently, with delves into the endgame content that will be available to players. Various gameplay and challenges, such as void and set battles, will be a part of the end game. We encourage Descendants to check out the Dev Talks to get the latest information on the first Descendants endgame features, but endgame content is already prepared for the launch. But we are also working on updating new endgame content. We're preparing new endgame experiences for players to enjoy each season. So it has been legitimately confirmed that every single season will be receiving new endgame content, whether that is in the form of the exact same thing or if that's going to be a completely different event. We'll have to wait and see. So far, void and set battles is sort of like the arena based projection, and I hope that it kind of alters, because I'm not a massive fan of that concept. We're in the same arena every time, things all look pretty stagnant and the same, and the bosses, although are very cool and very different, are all in the same area. I'd like to see them have their own specific places, and maybe a build up to the boss would be quite cool, almost like a Destiny 2 raid per se. Even if it is only a 4-man, I think that would make those endgame activities a little bit more enjoyable. And finally, finally, it states right here that the MMO space is always so busy, so how do you intend to make the first Descendant stand out from the crowd? Now, Li Baizhong actually responded with the dazzling sci-fi concept visuals, diverse and compelling characters, and exhilarating fast-paced combat are what we like to make the first Descendant captivating and distinctive. Yep, that's right, Li Baizhong, it's got absolutely nothing to do with how much junk is in that trunk. Absolutely nothing at all. Amazing stuff coming from the Nexon dev team, and I'm really impressed with where they're going to with this game right now. I am absolutely loving it. I think everything that they're doing is incredible. It has got its nooks and crannies that could do with filling and changing and stuff like that, and there are a few little nicks and knacks that need to be sorted out, but as an overall, as far as a looter shooter goes, based on history alone, this thing is done absolutely incredible. One thing that they do need to sort out though is this right here. This Reddit post nailed it down to the ground, stating, "This champ followed me in missions just to hide in the nearby AFK until 5 seconds before the objective completion, when he would just damage one enemy and get the reward. From the deepest of my heart, F you and all the trash in your player base like you. Rant over." Now, this dude was quite high up in leveling. It was kind of a little bit of annoying. His character was level 35 and he was just sponging through the actual game. We don't want to have the kickable player base. I don't like the idea of being able to kick people out. This is where the toxicity comes in and people kick out at the end of rounds. And this is where a lot of things went wrong with like outriders and such. And we experience this all the time. And currently inside of the Helldivers community, this is exactly what's happening. Whereas if we have an AFK timer that isn't that long, then it would boot them out to the original platform at Albion, which is definitely needed. This is something that Destiny does do really well. We have the boot out timer. If you are AFK for a certain amount of time, it will take you out of the game and put you somewhere else. This stops people from farming those defense missions that we bloody know is happening. I've been leveling my characters just recently, and it is so damn frustrating that people just stand there and they make it really difficult. It means that you guys more than likely are not getting past level 10 unless you go in with a team that are genuinely trying to complete it. Now, when we talk about that though, we are going to talk about it in a regard of this right here. Now, gold in wave-based defense missions is effing stupid. This one was an interesting one because I actually agree with this one really, really well. It states, just take gold out of defense missions. Literally, just a middle finger to the players having such an easy currency to obtain be a reward for completing few waves. There is also zero defense for having gold be a reward. Reason being, why the F do I want to grind a mission for 20 minutes, depending on how long I stay for, just to get gold, 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 gold? Even with 30% bump, you can collect all of that gold off the ground the same mission. I'm currently only level 40 with all of my gear and mods, so I only stay for about 3, maybe 4 rewards if I get decent randoms. So with the current percentages, I'm only getting 9 out of 10 times is gold, all 3 rewards. And this is something which is really frustrating people at the moment. Gold is not really a massively difficult currency to get your hands on. Maybe if we had it as Kupir shards, or we had it as some sort of currency that you could use on materials and mats, and something just a little bit more rewarding. I know full well that people are using this to level. I am as well, don't panic. And I know full well that that is something that is an extremely big reward in those missions alone. And some people don't even notice that they're only getting gold. That's just the way that that one operates. But it would be nice to see some different reward come from that, because gold 9 times out of 10 seems to be the case. I don't need any more gold. I'm doing okay on my own, thank you very much. Next up though, something people are talking about, and I kind of want to debunk here for you guys, but it states, anyone think that either spawn immunity is needed? Also, why the hell don't we get revived with shield? It completely screws Kyle if he gets downed, not to mention the extremely slow shield recharge rate. Now, the shield at the moment is a little bit pointless, unless you're kind of like really grinding into that. I just really wouldn't bother. Think that realistically the community have come to a solid conclusion that this is going to be more focused around HP and defense. If you are struggling with survivability, focus into HP and defense, not into the shield. The shield gets dropped out real quick. So even if you do get revived with full shields, the shields are 0 point in having anyway, because they just seem to get shot straight out. I don't really understand what the motive is with them at the moment, but we'll get that a little bit more more as we move further into the game. And finally, something that you guys have wanted to see for a while and may have already seen, as we've covered a little bit about this previously in previous videos, but this right here is the first Descendant roadmap. I'm going to quickly go over it so you guys know exactly what's happening, but we've got Luna, Old Valby, and a new Colossus called Gluttony coming in early August. So we've got literally a matter of weeks to wait for that one. At the end of August, though, we go into the Season 1 episode. Now, this is a big one because this is going to take us through till early December. As to what happens after that, we'll have to wait and see, but we can see that the line runs forward further. Late August, we're going to be receiving the season episode Invasion, a brand new dungeon, and Descendant 16. This is absolutely incredible because I cannot wait to see what Descendants they bring to the table. We've had a few discussions about this already, and Dominique is on my top list for it. Nonetheless, early December, we will be receiving Season 2 episode for Ancestor, a mega dungeon with season progression, and Descendant number 17, alongside Utility Companion, which is absolutely huge, and I love the concept of this. A Utility Companion is something which would be so damn cool, and I want to see how it is that they work this one out. My feeling is it's going to be relatively similar to the way that Ghost is inside Destiny 2, but you'll have to give me your opinions in the comment section for that one. This has been Cloud Plays, and you've been watching the first Descendant today. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. We're live right now on stream if you want to come and check it out. Thanks again for watching. Appreciate you all, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.